Hello, today I will show you how I edit my clips using CapCut. First, you're going to import your clip. You're going to drag it in here. You're then going to go custom and set your resolution to 1080 by 1920 at 60 FPS, assuming you want TikTok/YouTube Shorts format. You're going to save that. You're then going to cut all your clips for the only entertaining gameplay. In this case, I've already done it just so I can save time. Now, you can select your clip or clips depending if you've already cut them. You're going to go adjust, set your saturation to 40, your exposure and contrast, not your contrast, your exposure and your highlight to 5, and your contrast and your shadow to -20, and your brilliance to 10. If you want, you can just copy these settings on screen. This will now give you a very vibrant look, as you see. Now, what you will do is copy everything 3 times. For these bottom 2 copies, you'll go audio and set your volume to nothing. Make sure these clips are muted. Next, you're going to go effects and you're going to search up blur. This blur specifically right here, you're going to put it in between these 2 clips and drag it to be as long as your clip is. Next, you're going to select the top half of these 2 copies of clips and set the Y level to 707. And for this bottom half of clips, you're going to set the Y to -707. You can then go to text and put it directly on the top and make it your YouTube handle. So for example, my handle is @realfishingperson. I'm going to use the Rubik font and I'm going to bold it. I will then set my Y level to 1500 at the top. Now, your clip is almost done already. I like to set a audio fade out. So in this case, I'm just going to put 1.5 seconds. As you can see, it's like this little black kind of like arc right here. And now you could call it a day, but I personally like to have fade in. So you're going to select your clip, and we'll start with the top one. Go in front, maybe like, in my case, I'm just going to do 2 seconds. And then I'm going to put the opacity, or I'm going to set a keyframe here for 100. Go back here, put it to 0. And now if you see it, it fades in. And now you're just going to copy this for these 2 clips. So drag your slider while having the first one selected to your keyframe, then just click on the other clip, set the keyframe to 100, 100. Now go back to the start, set it 0, set it 0. Now you see, kind of it's fading in like that. And now I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to make it sync with the audio fade out. But in this case, you don't want to have it at the very end. You're going to have your 100% opacity right here at the start, and then at the end have it 0. And of course, just do the same process for your other 2 clips. The reason that I'm not selecting both clips is because it doesn't allow you. So you just kind of have to manually, go through each one and do this. But yeah, like you see, it fades out there. So now, in only about 5 minutes, you have a ready to go YouTube short. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. If you're curious, final step, export, make sure it's this. I'm using the bitrate of 50,000 kilobytes for CBR. I'm using this codec, MP4, 60 FPS. You might not have this code, encoding thingy, but my GPU is pretty new, so I have it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.